Kia ora. My name's Ezra, and as you can see in the title, don't pick a card today on who's watching you in the selection today. So what I'm doing today is, pick a dragon, because that's the selection. And I'm just going to pull and do a card spread per dragon, and we'll go into your energy, where you're at to a degree, and whoever else or group of people that's watching you. And we'll go into a little bit of detail about that, and we'll just see how things go. So, pick pile number 1. This will be your dragon. If it resonates with you, I'll see you at the reading. You can resonate with more than one dragon, by the way. That's totally okay. If you pick number 2, this dragon resonates with you. I'll see you at his reading. And pile number 3. This is your dragon. I will see you in pile 3. Alright, pile number 1. Let's get into this reading. So we're going to get into your current energy, what you're working on, or have been working on, or what you will be working on, who's watching, and what are they saying about you. And then we'll go a little bit more into detail with it, and then we'll just go from there. So let's see what your current energy is. Temperance. You're standing in a real good place from the looks of it. You've got a lot of angels and stuff around you. You're very well protected. You're very balanced. You see the good things in what's going on. What you're working on is the sun, so you're trying to find absolute harmony. And these two just kind of go hand in hand in all realisticness. I think they go this way. Yeah. So you're the temperance, and what you're working on is the sun. This is what you're working on in the background. Your overall, it's just harmony and nurturing. And you're working on your abundance as well. We'll go on to who's watching. The Hierophant. This could be someone who hasn't got a lot of knowledge, and they might, they know a lot about different stuff. They've got a lot of experience in life. They're well studied. They like to help people and guide people. This could also be someone that is controlling, but we'll see how that goes as the reading continues. This is someone who likes order or being looked up to. What are they saying about you? 5 of Swords. Okay. So, from the looks of it, you're sitting in a really good place, and you're working towards really good things that are ultimately healing. You could be a healer of sorts. You could be working towards some kind of service to others. This could be a job thing, or this could just be you in general. the things that you're working on internally. You're working on that self-work, focusing on yourself and trying to better yourself so that, because when you better yourself, you benefit, those around you benefit because you're becoming more of an authentic expression. And as you kind of go within yourself, you're also developing your morals and everything as well. So it's pretty good. But this person, they could be kind of like a controlling figure in a sense, and they're trying to they could be giving you bad guidance, or this could be something that's sort of deceptive potentially, trying to potentially mislead you down the wrong place. Or if this is someone who is actually like a genuine person who's trying to help you, they're trying to give you some advice to help you make a change within your mental and how you think about things and how you analyze stuff. They could be trying to bring something up to you that you haven't seen before. But this is what they're saying about you. Maybe what they're saying is that you walk away too soon, or that you kind of keep to yourself, or that you're quite overpowering in a sense. If this is a controlling person, they don't like that you have this authenticity to you, and that you are very strong internally, and that you work towards what you want and what you want to become so that everyone can benefit. You're a healer, you're a healer. You're divinely guided on your path, wherever you're going and with whatever you're doing. And in doing that, you're just naturally healing. As you're working on yourself, you naturally heal the things within yourself and the environment around you. You're radiating and exuding this light, and it's quite apparent. And maybe this is where whoever this Hierophant is trying to be in control, like they want to have some kind of control or order over what you do, or they disagree with you. There could be someone with a lot of knowledge who just disagrees with the direction or the path that you're going down. And but they might think that you're quite stubborn and stuck in your ways, like that you don't want to change your thought process or the things that you are doing because for you it's working. Whatever this is, it's working for you. And whoever this Hierophant is, they are trying to, they could be trying to control you in a sense, or trying to put in their own order, or trying to bring in their own knowledge that you're not exactly agreeing with, because you have your own knowledge, because you're growing in your own unique, different way, and they might just be walking away. This could be two people trying to influence you who they might not have your best interests in mind. We'll go to the next row. We'll go a little bit deeper. So this one's your potential. Death is transformation, evolution. You're evolving, and you're changing all the time, and that's how you create balances, because you constantly go through death and rebirth all the time psychologically. And that's what happens when you grow, when you outgrow, you're outgrow old ways. They have to die, so that these new things within yourself that you're trying to cultivate can actually come to the surface. And that's creating that harmony, that's that balance. You've got the ability to just change yourself in the right direction, and people can't handle that. I think that's what's going on here, is that people can't handle the fact that you can just change, and whatever change you make is an ultimate benefit to not only yourself but the people around you. It increases your ability to heal and to nurture things around you and yourself. See how quick your progress is. I mean, the death card in general is pretty much saying that you can just do this pretty quick. Like, you can notice something, a change within yourself that you need to make, and you can be like, I actually genuinely want to change. I genuinely want to, genuinely want to make this change for myself, within myself, so that I can continue going down this journey that I'm being led on by divine. How quick is progress being made? So this is for what you're working on. This is how quickly you're doing it. What I'm seeing in this is that there is clashing. It takes a little bit of time because this is a change. You know, this is where like the disagreements come in, and the changing, and because you're able to disagree, maybe that's what's helping you actually grow. The fact that you're disagreeing with someone who has a lot of knowledge and has a lot of life experience in their own way, in their own domain. You know, you're going against someone who's already maybe done stuff, or they've just got a different outlook and experience from you. You know, again, everyone's journey is completely unique, and you're in here trying to defend yourself in a way, and maybe because of the fact that you are, you know, able to put your guard up in a sense and make changes, quite swift and powerful changes, and that's where there's a lot of, I guess that's where the clash is coming in. And this could be something that's not even apparent, like there might not be any visible clashing, but this could be clashing in someone else's mind. That could be, you know, they could be thinking about this quite a lot, and then trying to think like, oh man, I don't like the fact that this person's doing all these things. That could be out of jealousy or envy. There is potentiality for that. Let's continue on. How does this Hierophant view you? Oh, no, this. The Hierophant views you as the sun. You're working towards the sun. You're working on the sun. You know, you're working on this ultimate harmony. And they can see that you actually are. That's how they view you. But they're in the shadow. But they're looking at you over this little peak because they're like, they can't stop watching you. Because they see all this light. All you bring is light. And maybe that's what they can't handle because, one, you go against them. And like you don't, and not intentionally, you're just doing you. You're doing your thing. And you're doing what you need to do for yourself internally. And you're taking the time for that. And this person sees that, but they actually disagree. They like disagree with how you're going about doing things, that they might disagree with how you're approaching things, disagreeing with the choices that you're making for yourself and the moves that you're making for yourself. But they also know that this is bringing in the sun. Like they see you as this, but they disagree with it. And that's probably because they don't have that, or they don't know how you're doing it, and how you're doing it so quickly, how you keep transforming and changing, and you do it right in front of their eyes. And they can't stand that. What's their impact on you? What's the impact on the viewer? Like what's the who I don't know how to word this. What's this person's impact on the viewer? All they're doing is helping you strengthen your foundations. They're making you stronger and grounded because you can see what they're trying to do. You can see them quite clearly because when you're somebody of the light, when you bring in light, you see darkness. You already know what darkness is. You can't know one thing without knowing the other. That's just the duality. That's yin yang. You are quite literally the light. Whatever you're working on, it is bringing light to the world. And you're doing this with ease. and it's because you disagree. It's because you challenge the status quo. And this person, all these people, again, I said earlier that this could be two people. They might be walking away, you know. They could be the ones walking away because they can't handle the fact of what you're doing. You're going so quickly, and by them disagreeing and you being able to like pick this up, because you're able to see again, you are the light. You're working towards this divine path which you're literally being guided to do. It's only strengthening your foundations more. It's making you more aware and more present because you can see it. You know, you have to be a pretty empathic person to follow the light, because then you're picking up the energies of stuff. You know, you're picking up your internal energies, and you're understanding that you understand how to direct those energies in a way that is beneficial, and it's like a kind of being more efficient with how you manage your energy, and you do that very well. Again, this might not be something that's even like, this could just be something that's quite in the mind. So whoever these people are, whoever this Hierophant is, everything going on, whatever this clashing is happening in their mind, and in your mind too, I guess. And this could be like the psychic connections of you guys being able to pick up on each other's energy, or you're picking up on their energy. They're not aware that you can do that, and you're doing that, and you can see them, and you can see it in the way that whatever you're doing is creating this clash, and it's making them kind of jealous or envious, because maybe you're doing stuff that not many people see, like not many people do, and you do it well. It's because you're made for it. You're built for this because you're divinely guided to do it. You're backed up by your ancestors, your angelic forces, by God. You know, maybe you pray every night and you say like, I want to follow my path. What is the path? Can you keep trying to show me the path? Like that could be what you pray, like you do every night. I don't know why I'm hearing Danielle, if it resonates. But you are divinely guided because you naturally want to work towards the sun, because that's your nature, and you also get viewed as the sun because you bring in so much light, and that makes you a very powerful person, a very healing person. You're willing to go against the grain, you know. You don't just flow with society. Maybe you can pull yourself away from it, and that's where that tension comes from. Because you allow yourself to clash, and you allow yourself to ask questions about, is this actually like, there might be a certain way that you're noticing society runs, and then you kind of question it, and you'd be like, is this actually like a realistic thing? And you might take your time to think about it. You know, you're a very grounded person in general. You kind of have to be, but to be able to get these cards and for you to resonate with this message, my camera cut out, but for you to have picked this pile and resonated with this, you're very grounded. It's a green dragon, you know, very grounded, very stable. Look at him sitting on his perch, you know, he's solidly on there. He's comfy and he's watching. He's watching, you know. It's you. But whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing, you know, because you know that inside this is what you're being guided to do, and no one's gonna stop you, or no one can stop you. Again, if they think they can, nah, because you're divinely guided to do this thing. You're a healer, you know. You could be just someone who plays a really important role in something. I'm hearing creativity. Something about creativity, like you could be in the arts or something, you know. You could be doing like, music's pretty powerful. You might understand how powerful that thing is. Cut out again. But you're being divinely guided, and you keep following this path. And I would suggest keep doing it, because you know it's just who you are. It's quite literally who you are. So yeah, that's it for pile one. Um, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again some other time. Ciao. All right, pile number two. You pick this dragon. And who is watching you, eh? Let's find out. Let's see what's going on. So just like in the first one, we're going to do your current energy. Then what you're working on, and who's watching you, and what are they saying about you. So we're just going to start off with that, and we'll go from there. So, the viewer, what is their current energy? You have Three of Swords. Doesn't necessarily have to be something negative. You know, this could mean a variety of different things. We'll keep going so we get more. Let me see a bit of picture. Perhaps you are dealing with some kind of heartache at this time, or you're working on a new creative pursuit potentially, you know, and it's something to do with the mind. All right, what's it you're working on? Page of Cups. You're working on maturing more, you know. Maybe you've just had a heartache, maybe a heartbreak. This could be family, friends, co-workers. This could be a relationship as well. So you're going from this, well, that is your current energy, and then you're working on the Page of Cups. Like you could be trying to grow more within your emotions and try to find more of your emotional fulfillment, and what actually makes you happy. You know, because of whatever happened here, as we go in, we'll find out more. Whatever happened here, it's kind of pushing you to go on a journey within, so that you can kind of reflect on yourself, you know, and grow within yourself, and find that emotional fulfillment within yourself, you know, and grow and mature, and you know, just a natural sort of thing. It's natural cycles, you know. But you're taking time for yourself, you know. You're taking time to nurture yourself too. Who's watching? The Hangman. Okay. And then we'll go Hangman. This could be someone whoever's watching, they may have a different perspective than you. Like they just see stuff differently than you do. And potentially you guys had there could have been an argument or something, and that caused conflict, that hurt, you know. So there could have been harsh words that were said, or just a general conversation could have been quite kind of just hurt, because they could have just disagreed with you. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with being, you know, disagreements and stuff as such, but we'll keep going. And what are they saying about you? Two of Wands. They're saying that you're just focusing on yourself. Maybe they're looking at you thinking you're selfish, you know, because you're taking time for yourself to heal and to, you know, work within yourself. to mature and grow. I'm seeing the Hangman as someone who has a lower perspective, who isn't as mature, who kind of just, they just sit there. They don't do much. Maybe this is you trying to actually make some progress in your life. And you are. As soon as you start going within, you start to make progress. And you're doing this now, and you're trying to look over things, and your situation as a whole. Like you're reviewing your life and kind of seeing what's actually helping you and what's hindering you, and what can you do to continue to grow. Because right now it seems like you're focused on growth. You're starting with your emotional side of things, like you're starting with your heart, because there was some kind of a heartache. This could have been like a recent breakup. This could be I don't really want to say it, but there could have been a death in the family, but something that just kind of hurt, But this person's they're seeing it from like a lower perspective, and they kind of aren't. We'll keep going, because this doesn't necessarily have to be negative like that as such. This could go in different ways, but that's just what I'm picking up so far. So, what's your potential? I'm going to find that out. Your potential is the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe because you're actually focusing on your growth and trying to actually, heal your wounds. This could be like past traumas or past wounds or something. You're actually putting yourself in a better position because you're starting to perceive things different. Your perspectives are changing, and you're moving from like maybe a negative dark space. Doesn't necessarily be really, really dark, but like just something that's kind of hard, maybe some light depression or something, take it how it resonates. But because the Wheel of Fortune is turning, the wheel is turning in your favor, I would say, because you're choosing yourself first, and you're choosing your growth and your healing first. And because you're taking these steps, it's ultimately allowing you to see, what can the future actually hold for me? Where can my potential lead me? We'll keep going. How quick is progress being made? Seven of Pentacles. It's taking its time. Like you know that it takes the time. Nothing can happen overnight, but you understand and within yourself, and you're quite confident about it. Like you could be quite confident with where you're going. That you're looking at the more long-term potential of things. You're not looking for that short-term gratification side of things. You're actually you could be a visionary to a degree. You could be looking in the future and seeing like, what can I actually do? As if you're weighing up your options and you're starting to make choices. But that Wheel of Fortune is coming in, and you could be getting a blessing. This could be a new work situation as such. We'll continue on. How do they view you? It's a Four of Pentacles. They may not be seeing you as very stable. Like whoever this person is, they see you in a lower light. They don't think you have as much value as what you actually do. See, with this Four of Pentacles, while you're making your progress you're making is the 7 Pentacles. Whoever this person is, maybe this is where that heartache came from. Maybe because this person didn't actually value you in the first place, and they didn't understand your value, so that they ended up hurting your feelings. You know, they could have said something really harsh or just uncalled for, or did actions that were uncalled for, and it kind of caused you to have to go in internally and continue working on yourself. You know, again, as I was saying at the start, like, they think you're quite selfish because you're taking time for yourself. There's nothing selfish about taking time for yourself that you need to, especially when it comes to healing wounds. You know, I'd say that this person's kind of projecting their selfishness onto you, saying that you're selfish while you're in the process of healing because they can't access your energy anymore, because you're pulling away from that. What's their impact on you? Justice. Maybe by this person actually hurting you, it's helped you see the truth of who they actually are in the situation. Maybe they've lied to you, or lied about. They could be saying stuff to people that isn't actually true. You know, they could be deceiving others, but you know the truth of the situation. You know the truth of what actually happened, and this argument, disagreement, or this just general hurt. Who this person is, they hurt you. They genuinely did. And it was enough to cause you to actually start to go inside to really just think about, like, where can I go from here? You know, what's up from here? You could be someone who feels like you might feel like you've hit rock bottom to a certain degree. You might feel that way. It might not actually be the case. But this could be why this person doesn't value you as much, because they see you in a way that you might see yourself. You know, you might feel like you are sort of hitting rock bottom, when reality is you're pretty stable. You know, you're patient. You take your time. You take your time to heal and to go within. You know, this is a journey that you're taking, that you're beginning to go onto, this path. And what's being asked of you is to really kind of, and you already know this, and it's to take your time to heal what needs to be healed and not to rush things. But this person, this hangman, they might disagree with that, again, because you're not giving them your time and energy anymore, because they hurt you. And that's probably what the justice is coming in, because they hurt you. Now they're getting their justice because they don't get your energy. They don't get access to you because you're taking time for yourself. And then they're going around telling people that you're selfish. They need a reality check. Let's be real here. I would say just keep focusing on your growth. Keep focusing on you. You know, again, like, it's not selfish to focus on yourself, to help heal yourself and actually do what's best for you in almost any given situation and circumstance. Like, of course, you know, use your discernment with that. And you know, discernment is pretty key when it comes to making decisions, and knowing when to give yourself, and then giving of yourself to others. You know, you need to have some discernment to know how much you're giving, and maybe that's what you're learning now. You know, you're learning, how much do I need to actually give to people at this time? You know, and overall, like, I don't want to get hurt again, because I need to heal from this past hurt because of this person, this person with a lower perspective. Maybe you're growing and they don't like the way that you're growing because they're stuck in their own ways. And then you go away and take time for yourself, and then they call you selfish. Like, it's pretty unfair. you know, especially when they're the ones who hurt you in the first place. But your justice is coming in. And I said, with the Wheel of Fortune as well, this could be just something that pops up that you're just not expecting, you know, and it does cause justice in the situation. It could be you even potentially seeing this person's karma play out because of their actions. Because there was something inside you, that knows what they did is wrong, and they know what they did is wrong as well. But they stay stagnant and stuck because they don't want to admit to what they did, or they want to stay ignorant to themselves and their actions to others and how they affect others, and they just want to run around and say that you're selfish. So it's kind of a heavy. If this pile feels kind of heavy, like whatever happened, it actually hurt a lot. You could have been dealing with like someone who's sort of narcissistic in a way. Not to say that they actually are, because there's a lot of misconception with with narcissistic traits. Like someone can have narcissistic traits, but they're actually not a narcissist. It's just that they don't actually know what they're doing and how they're affecting people. And it's about sometimes just trying to, undersee it from their point of view in a way. I don't know. Take it or leave that if you want to, but it's just kind of a touchy thing. When if you talk to somebody about a narcissistic personality, let's say, oh man, this person has narcissistic traits, and that other person could be like, oh, are you saying that they're a narcissist? And you're like, no, they just have these traits. Doesn't make them necessarily a narcissist. It could be just something that person is not aware of. Although this hangman is just wanting to kind of stay in place, he could just untie himself. Whoever this person is could just get out of whatever they want, or what they can get out of. Maybe they do get whatever they want. Maybe they keep trying to stay in a certain place where they get what they want from you, and now you're kind of like rejecting them in a way now because they hurt you, and you're taking time to yourself. Again, they can't handle that. Just in situations, they don't have access to you. My camera just cut out, but so I think I might leave this here. So thank you, Pile 2, for coming along, and I hope this resonates. If it doesn't, then try perhaps try another pile. It sort of resonates with pile number 1, so but I don't feel like it's a super must unless you actually got called to go to pile 1, then go for it. But yeah, thank you for watching my video, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Feel well. Hello, pile number 3. So if you resonated with this pile, hello, welcome. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this reading specifically, just because I like that dragon. Okay, so let's get into this and let's see who's watching you. And what we're doing is we're just checking over your energy, what you're doing and stuff, what you're working on, who's watching, and what are they saying about you. And then we'll just go into a bit more detail with it, and yeah, just see how this goes. Alright, so what is your current energy, or what's your energy in general? The Wheel of Fortune. You got a lot of opportunities around you. You're a very lucky person. This could be to do with the work that you do, potentially. You know that there's a divine force in the mix of things. You're aware of that. What you're working on is the Chariot. So this is you trying to work on your enterprise. Cut out. You're trying to work on your enterprise, and you're trying to make, you're trying to make your moves. You're trying to make fast movement. This is what you want to do. Like, this is you potentially. My camera's now deciding to cut out
now that I'm on to pile 3. It was pretty good in the last 2 piles, but this one. Alright, we'll just keep going anyway. But I reckon, I see this as like, you're focusing on your empire a bit more, and you're trying to figure out, like, this is you finding opportunities to move. This could be actually like moving in a new direction. You know, you're being either offered a new opportunity, or you're looking for opportunities to move, and that's what you're working on, to move. Who's watching? Eight of Wands is watching. Okay. I'm just gonna get, what are they saying about you? And we'll continue on. 4 of Wands reverse. This person's pretty quick in terms of like, they're pretty quick in what they say. I don't think they really think about it. Yeah, I don't think this person really thinks about it, but you got the 4 of Wands reversed, and so I decided at the start, like, before I started the video, because none of my cards are shuffled. There's none that actually are in reverse. But I said to myself, if anything came out reverse, it would I would take it. And 4 of Wands came out in reverse. So this person might think you're not very committed, like that you aren't willing to commit. This could actually be a love interest, you know, that they think that they're telling people that you aren't willing to commit. You know, maybe it is a love interest. Maybe this could be an ex or something, but this could be a group of people. This could be a group of people that you're kind of that you're around sometimes. This could be a group of friends. This could be family members, even co-workers, and they say you're not willing to, like, it's like they say that you're not wanting to be a part with them and like committing to that friend group, or you're not putting you're not willing to commit to the family in a sense. That's what they're saying. It's kind of strange, but we'll continue on anyway, so we can actually get more into this, so I can see more. So, what's your potential? Maybe they're like, they don't think that you commit to things enough. And they say it's quite fast, like this person is quite a quick person. So this is why I said maybe they don't think about what they're saying, and their judgment can be kind of blurred because they don't take a moment to think. Because, you know, 8 of Wands is supposed to be a really fast, quick card. And it's because, like, you move, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune, that's your current energy. Maybe perhaps you see, you get opportunity after opportunity, and you just in this abundance of opportunities at a constant, in a constant way. And through that you're finding what really works for you, so that you can work towards your enterprise and to go into whatever direction you actually want to go into. Maybe it's you exploring your options and trying to find. And this where this person with not very much judgment is coming in and saying, hey, you know, this person just can't commit to anything. When the reality is, at this time, you're just kind of like exploring. You might be just dipping your toes into stuff, see how it makes you feel, and then see if it's really for you. And then you might be like, no, I don't really think that's my thing. I'm gonna go try something else. You know, just kind of fair enough to do. Like, as long as your stability isn't being hurt by it. Like, if you're getting into Chariot, you have to be a stable person to be a Chariot. Not always. But I feel like in this case you're pretty stable. You know, you're pretty grounded. You could have like your finances and stuff pretty like grounded too. and that's allowing you to move. It gives you that movement. You might have freedom in your finances to a degree. What's your potential? Page of Pentacles. You have a lot of potential. You are trying to find, what do you actually want to be doing to give you the. I guess this could be work, or what you're interested in doing. Like this is your kind of, this could be your hobbies, your material advancement in a sense. You're trying to find this new path, That's your potential, finding this new path within the Wheel of Fortune. How quick is progress being made? Oh, only one. I only want to take one. I don't want like 2 or 3. You're the High Priestess in that situation. How quick is the progress being made in the High Priestess' time? Your intuition's telling you when to move and when not to move. You're being guided essentially. You can feel it. Again, it's like you get the chance, an opportunity to dip your toes in different things that you might enjoy, you might not. It's kind of like being able to filling out what you really like, what's actually going to fulfill you in that situation, so that you can move towards something that's actually fulfilling. You're searching for the opportunity, and that's what you're working on. And the progress that you're making, how quick is that progress? It's a High Priestess. You're making progress when you feel like it's right. This person over here is coming in and kind of judging you and saying that you're not willing to commit to things. They might be saying that you're a non-committal, whether that's relationships or job or something like that. But this person's too quick to say that without actually, they could not even be talking to you, they might just be seeing it. And they could be like, this guy's jumping from one thing to the other, or guy or girl, however it fits. But they don't actually know what's going on because you're not communicating what's going on within you to allow you to do what you're doing. I feel like this person might be envious because they see that you're not committing to anything yet and you're finding your place, but they're still willing to make quick judgments on you, because you have a lot of potential. You've a lot of opportunity in front of you. Let's see how they view you. How this person or persons view you. They view you as a 5 of Pentacles. Oh, excuse me. This is like, alright. Look at the girl in the background. So whoever these people are, or person is, they're these snakes. So what they're focusing on is they're focusing on the things that haven't potentially been harvested, or the things that you keep leaving behind and moving away from because it doesn't feel right. But so that's I feel like these people are snakes, But they view you. See this woman in the background, right, in front of the statue. She's kind of like she's praying. She's praying to the mother, being like, can I please keep trying to find what and where I want to go? Where is my path? Where is my financial path? This is looking like it's some kind of work, really. It's like, what do you actually want to do? How do you want to spend your time? What kind of value are you what value are you willing to put on yourself? And by doing that, you're allowing yourself to have heaps of opportunities. So look at different opportunities, different things that you may or may not like. And you're blessed in doing this because you're trying to find what's right for you. And these people think that you're just kind of like in the background. They don't know how you're doing it. Again, these people are real quick to judge. They're not taking a moment at all. Again, they're snakes. They could be like talking behind your back in a sense, you know. But she's just in the background to herself in peace. And she's just praying. She's focusing on, she's allowing her intuition to guide her. You know, she may not be committing to anything because there's something inside her, but she's committing to her spirit with whatever's inside her trying to guide her. And that's where you're at. You're trusting in the process. You're allowing your intuition to guide you. And by doing this is the wheel of fortune turning in your favor. And you trying to find this path because you're following your intuition. You're following it. And you're dipping your toes in things. You're like, oh, I don't really know if this is my thing. This might not be my thing either. Like, I enjoy this, but I don't really see myself doing this full time. Like, you're getting the opportunities to actually try that stuff out and to see what makes you happy. And again, you're allowing your intuition to guide you. You're allowing spirit to guide you. You know, you're trusting in the process. You have faith. You're allowing yourself to have faith in the universe to bring you and help support you to find the best possible outcome for you, what you're actually made for, you know, and you're finding that. And in turn, I cut out again, but in turn, essentially, like, you following this path, is you trying to follow the path, your divine path, you know. This person thinks you don't commit to anything. You're not willing to commit. And they might think you're very ignorant for doing that. But realistically, whoever this person is, they're the ignorant one. Because, one, they say things too quick. Two, they make quick judgments. They don't even think about their judgments. Whoever these people are, they're just talking in amongst each other, and they're just saying stuff. You know, again, these people just seem like snakes. They're coming through as snakes. It's like all of this pile, is like in this card. You're trusting in the process, you're having faith, and these people are like, oh, see this? See this honey that, like, you know, he or she didn't harvest? Let's just, you know, let's enjoy this little thing that he or she didn't actually, like, harvest, and let's just make fun of them. You know, we don't see them as being committal. You know, look at them, look at her over there. Look at her just sort of like looking at the statue and believing in faith. Who is she? You know, she doesn't commit to anything. But why is she getting all these opportunities and she's moving so much though? Like, somehow she's managing to stay stable. And there's something that's guiding her. Something within her is guiding her. You know, what's going on? Like, we don't totally get it, but we're going to keep judging her in the background though. That's essentially what's going on with them. Now, I haven't even got the last card out. What's their impact on you? This is the final card. Usually if people judge you, or are quick to judge, usually it's to do with envy or jealousy, because they see that you're in this position. Like when you follow your path and you start having opportunities and you're trying different things out, like you could be trying on different clothes, like you could be looking at trying to find your path, like trying on new clothes. What suits me? What do I feel comfortable in? You know, what would I be happy wearing on a more regular basis? Sort of like that, you know. It's kind of metaphoric, but you get the idea. What's their impact on you? Them doubting you, right? Them doubting you is only bringing you closer to wherever you're going. Their impact on you is the sun. In a way, this kind of like, it fuels you, knowing that you're following your path, and these snakes, these people, they can't handle it. You know, usually, you know, you're making progress when you've got haters. You know, that's what they always say. And what are haters? There's people who are jealous and wish they were in your position. or wish they were you. You're allowing spirit, you're giving into the divine, and you're allowing your divine path as your divine person, as your cut out again. But you're allowing your divine individual self to come through to help guide you, and you're putting faith in whatever this is, and that's putting you in the sun. Like again, this person is in the shadows. These people are in the shadows. These snakes are just sitting in the shadows. What's going on with this person? Why do they get this? Who do they think they are? Like, this is what they're thinking, right? Who does this person think they are for, putting in faith into the universe? What a weirdo, You gotta work for what you have to do, It doesn't just come easy. It's what everyone says. It's a flawed premise. It is just as easy as, sometimes dipping your toes and trying different things out, and knowing not to commit to something when you know it's not for you. You're actually being very wise in this whole entire situation. And these people who are judging you, who are quick to judge, I see these people who they don't take time to think, and that's why they're in the position they're in, or wherever they're at, wherever they're at in life, because they're just choosing not to take things into consideration. They're being too judgmental, and they don't think about what they say, and they stick within their little groups, talking about you, or talking about this person, just gossiping, essentially. This could be family, friends, co-workers, but in that case, put it where it resonates. But I would say just keep going. Screw them haters, man. Haters gonna hate. The reason they hate is because they wish they were you, doing what you're doing, because they see that you're reaping these benefits. There's something about what you're doing, about you're trying to. It's as if you're setting an example of giving in, allowing the universe to guide you into whatever directional path that takes you. And you'll know, your intuition will scream at you. It will literally, you'll feel it. You'll actually feel it'll be your gut feeling. Be like, go down that route. Take this route, because you're having faith in this situation. Because the wheel's in your favor in this. I seriously see this in your favor. And realistically, in a sense, whoever this person or people are, don't, if you're thinking about oh man, I wish I had to get some kind of karma for this. Realistically, the karma is that they're going to be stuck. If they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to be stuck, and they're going to stay stuck. And it's like you're trying to move out of this fight. You're trying to find more pinnacles. You're trying to find a way of work that, one, you're fulfilled in, and two, that's going to support your needs as an individual. You're going to get everything you want. But these guys are like, oh no, we're fine here. We're fine at just 5. Who do you think you are for putting faith in the universe like a weirdo to try and get more in life? Who do you think you are? Sometimes people are just like that. It's not necessarily a bad thing though, because it's like a driving force to you. Again, their impact on you is the sun. It's like you're aware of this. Your intuition's probably telling you. Because you're near those snakes. There's someone around, there's people around you that are just your intuition's telling you. Your intuition's actually telling you. And you already know. But you're just keeping it to yourself because you're like, I don't need to do this. This is just low vibrational crap that you guys are just letting yourselves stay stuck in, because you don't take the time for yourself. And that's essentially what you're doing, really. You're taking time for yourself and you're following the universe. and you're being guided down your path, trying to find the right path. And these people just think it's weird, you know. That like they can't handle that you're just different. But that's not on you, you know. You deciding not to be committing, committing just to anything. This could actually even be to the friend group as well. You could have walked away. You could have walked away because you could have seen that whatever this harvest that I'm getting from here isn't actually fulfilling. You want what's actually truly yours. And they're like, oh, why don't you just stay here? You don't need to do any more. They could be telling you, just be realistic. But you know deep down that you need to keep going. Because there's something inside you, your intuition's telling you to move. You know what you're doing is the right thing. You're finding who you are on this journey. Because when you find what you actually want to do, that is kind of like financially supportive in a sense, because I feel like this is a job. This is you trying to find your passion and your finances, or what's going to support you. What can you do to support you? Looking into those opportunities, but just keep allowing yourself to look at those opportunities. Because whatever comes along is actually going to be meant for you, and you'll know. You will know. I feel like you are the high priestess, Alright, pile 3. I'm going to finish this reading here. Hope this resonated. If it didn't, try another pile if you'd like. This is really good reads. I've really enjoyed doing today's readings. Again, if these resonated with you, please comment in the description on how this is your situation. I'd be really interested in hearing that. Well, like and comment, as I said earlier. Comment your situation and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. I might do some more of these kind of readings, like pick a card reading in the future, and just do some different subjects as well, instead of just who's thinking, who's watching you. Spice it up a little bit, get spicy. Alright. Well, thank you, and I guess I will see you later. Ciao.